Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Taco Imposters for. It is Monday, March 31st, 2025. Um, Tomorrow is April 1st. Maybe we'll see some April Fool's pranks, April Fool's jokes, Maybe on videos or something, I don't know, or YouTube or, the internet. Anyway, let's get right into it, okay? So, I was watching a video. This is an old video, or actually, it's not an old video. I was watching an old video just now about how you're talking about like Windows, and they're talking about Linux. Linus and Luke on the WAN show are talking about it, and it's like, okay, and they're talking about how like there's problems on Linux and there's problems on Windows just as much as Linux, because this is when they were doing the Linux challenge. But I watched a video more recently that was talking about the death of Windows. Sorry, Windows death, right? The death of Windows. Right? Windows 10. Windows 10 software support is dead in what? Or is going to stop in what? I believe in September. So for me at least, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go get a Linux. So I got Pop! OS. And I was like, mwah, let's use Pop! OS. You just, Pop! OS was working for me until the second monitor didn't work. And then I have to go into the bootloader and load like a different, I don't know, like an older version of it, and you do not, and I repeat, do not install the NVIDIA drivers from the packet from the Pop shop. Do not. If I say one thing, just don't. Please don't. I urge you, please don't. But yeah, so that's what borked it. Every single time it borks it, and then I have to go back and I have to like uninstall them and then go back into the other version, old version, and then install it properly through the command line. Oh, it's just a mess, and it doesn't work on the new version, and I don't know what's wrong. Like there's like an image, and then there's like an older update. Go back one. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. But anyway, for me at least, I'm fine. But it's a lot of other people where it's like, okay, wait, right? There's a lot of other people who are like, well, okay, wait a sec. Like my mother or my brother or my dad. They're all people who need, a new thing, right? Eventually, right? But the problem is, okay, that with them, they're not even like, they're actually the perfect candidates. Or at least my mother and father are for Linux, because 99% of the things they do are things that are like productivity apps, writing stuff, like Word and Excel and like just Office. I gave my mother OpenOffice on Windows because she didn't want to pay for Office 365 or Word 2019, 2023, 4, 5, 2, 1. I don't know. Anyway, the newest Office. So I was like, great, fine then, mother, you can have this. And she's like, okay, cool. How does it work? And she's like, oh, I gotta learn all this stuff. I was like, yeah, it's just find the places, find out how it does it, how they do it, how it does it in there. And she's like, it's good enough for me. And she's like, fine. She's like, good enough for me, I guess. And so she's fine. So she's using other option stuff, emails, YouTube, watching YouTube videos, surfing the internet. Like, it's nothing hard for her. She could probably do it in the future for the next, generation. But you know how many people are going to have out of date software, out of date Windows 10, unsecure Windows 10, because that one app just doesn't work on Linux, or doesn't work on Mac, or doesn't work on Windows 11, or doesn't work. It's so stupid, because they were saying, is this the year of the Mac? Not the Mac, sorry, is this the year of Linux desktop? And I thought, and I'm like, I don't know. And then he goes, this is either Luke or Linus, I don't remember, I think it was Linus, who was like, not because it's gotten good enough, it's because the death of Windows 10, or the unsupporting of Windows 10, harkens into makes people have to want to need to go to Linux. Because think about it, okay? They also had a video long ago, 2019, I think, where they're talking about. They had a WAN show episode where they're talking about. Would you pay for a perpetual update to know that you can always use paying for use the OS, paying for your OS, And he said yes, then he said no, because I just get out of my way. And I thought, yeah, you're right. But for so many people, for so many offices, okay, there are lots of offices that would definitely benefit from it, but because they would go, I'm not paying. Let's say everything's $500. Okay, Google, what's 500 times 10?
$500 times 10 equals $5,000.
Okay, it's about $5,000. Try that again. $10,000, $20,000, depending on what size your company is, right? That's insane, right? For someone, when you could pay like $25 a year maybe it's for each license, right? Or maybe it's for each, like, you could buy maybe buy a what is it called? Group license, whatever it's called. You know, the one where they have like a lot of them? Lot license, whatever they're called. I know there's a name for them, but anyway. Like an office, like a lot of them, like multiple. Anyway, like big boatload of them. Anyway, and you never have to worry about it. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't actually sound like a terrible idea, because I thought, and I was with Linus when he said this, that I thought that Windows would just end up being Windows. Windows 10 would stop being Windows. Oh, sorry, would stop being Windows 10 and just be Windows. And at least for me, I was like, sounds about right. It just, drops to Windows 10, becomes Windows, and it tells you maybe like, either like, you want all these other features or software updates or security updates or whatever, you pay a fee, but if you don't, then we'll just let you have either basic updates or we'll just let you have Windows 10. And everything just works. And he made the point of his neighbor who runs a CNC business. They make signs, right? And he uses a CNC machine. And he goes, well, that's exactly the type of person who cannot use it because his software for the CNC machine doesn't work on Windows past XP. And it's like, and then Luke goes, yeah, but does he go on the internet? Does it need to be on the internet? And Lance was like, no, not at all. And then I go, and then Luke was like, okay, well then, can't he just keep Windows XP forever or indefinitely, like basically? And it was like, yeah, you know what, he probably could. And I went, and then Luke goes, well, there you go, right? So I'm like, anyway, so yeah, sorry. I'm snapping some little thing here. I have like a recycling bin here that I'm snapping, and it's like really loud. It's annoying. Anyway, so recycling bin I use the laundry hamper because I'm in my bathroom because I just took a shower. But anyway, that's beside the point. I digress. So like, yeah, he doesn't need it, but like, gamers would pay for it if you could always know that your game was up to date. Like, you could always use it on Windows. Like, I bought PC version of Zoo Tycoon and of Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. And I was told on the, like, it was like a Windows XP Discord server that is apparently not that hard to run these days because it's not that old of a game. Windows 10 just uses it. Although I've had games, that were old that would work on Windows 10, right? They would work on Windows 10 and then just for some reason just stopped working. And now they just don't work. Like, I have Lord of the Rings, it was like a Battle for Middle-earth or something, right? And it was like, nope, I'm sorry, but it worked at one point. It's got like 7 discs. It worked at one point. It just gets to a certain point and just stops in the installer. It just doesn't work now. I haven't tried Roller Coaster Tycoon. I have Roller Coaster Tycoon, the first one, somewhere, and I would love to see if it works. Okay, Google, set a reminder for 9:30 tonight. Roller Coaster Tycoon.
All right, your reminder to play Roller Coaster Tycoon at 9:30 p.m. was created.
Okay, there you go. Cool. What was I just saying? Yeah, so I want to see if that still works on Windows 10, or if I can get it to run on maybe on Linux, because I'm using Lutris to get the stuff working, and I got one application working that was a Windows application. Now I have to try and get another. Like, I tried to get because I wanted to use my iPod, but I couldn't get iTunes working on Linux because it's really hard to do apparently. But anyway, that's beside the point. I digress. So yeah, like. Yeah, probably not hard to do. I don't know. I'll try them on Lutris. But anyway, yeah. So like, it's such a like. I can definitely see people, like I can see gamers knowing that their thing just works, and I can see certain people with their like stupid arbitrary like random like software that's just like a specific like, oh, this is a CNC software, this is a 3D software, this is some or drivers don't work on Linux or on Mac, so it's like, oh, I gotta have, or Windows XXX, next Linux, the next, sorry, Windows, sorry, the next Windows. Therefore, you have to like, what was I gonna say? You have to like have it only, like it only works on Windows, I don't know, 10 or something or whatever, right? And would you arbitrarily be able to go back? No, right? Would be 10 and up, right? Probably. You'd probably pay for 10, right? Anyway, or 11. So yeah, I thought that would happen. I thought that it would be Windows. It'll stop being Windows 10 and start being Windows. And okay, if Windows 12 is as bad, is just as bad if not worse than Windows 11, I can see people also jumping the shark. Because the other thing they made a point about was the same way. No, I don't want to pay for more computers to upgrade them because they're old and slow and old and bold and old and slow and whatever and don't work. No. Right? No. Now it's the other one where it's like, well, I don't want to upgrade because I have to because my stupid TPI, whatever, the chip thing, the security thing just doesn't work hardware wise because you just can't. I can see that happening. And then Windows 12 dropping it, but being as bad, just as bad, if not worse than Windows 11. I can see it just, and you can circumnavigate that. You can get around it, right? You can circumvent that. But it's kind of dumb, and Microsoft doesn't want you to, so therefore it's like, yeah, no, don't do that. Or they like have means to do so, but they don't really want you to. Kind of like how Windows 10 is basically free. Windows has been free for like 10 years because they don't stop the installer, so you can just get an ISO of it. They just don't care. They legitimately just don't care. So yeah, so it's like it's like, but they don't care, but they don't want you to, but anyway. Well, yeah. What I'm saying is, like, so if Windows 10, Windows 11 you can't upgrade because of security, TP whatever, T whatever, T2 chip, T2 whatever, TP2, but anyway, and if Windows 12 is just as bad, right, if not worse, then I can 100% definitely see, people going to Linux and going, okay, well, what's the Linux that's free, that's good, that's usable, that's open, that's easy to like use, right? Right? Yeah, I could see people going to just Linux and being like, Ubuntu, Pop! OS, Mint. There's a few other ones that are very like user friendly. There's that one that's basically you have to provide Windows ISO, and then it just strips everything else out of it, and then just gives you the core like ISO. Anyway, or the core thing with no stupid bloatware, none of the things that you don't like on it. But yeah, so that's that, and I do definitely think that there's going to be a good, what's it called? A good, like people are gonna not good, but people are gonna go to Linux. I think. Hey, that's just my opinion. So that's that. And then I was going into a bunch of, like, I was looking at my, look, I'll go see it right now. I'm going to move just in my basement, too, because my bathroom that I use is in my basement. And, so my, Nerf gun. So I got back into, whoopsies, Nerf. And I got back into Nerf, a few years ago. Maybe like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. And I got my recon working, right? Well, actually, 10 years ago. About 10 years ago, maybe 9. Or 8, actually. I went and did a Nerf battle at my church for like a youth group. Kind of terrible, kind of lame. But I brought my recon, which is a modified recon with a it's a modded recon with a, I don't have the latch for anymore. The that closes for the jam, the door for the jam. But anyway, jam or whatever. Sorry. And I modified it and put a Raider spring inside it, with a Raider stock. I have a 25 round drum from I don't even know what the hell the kit's from. Anyway, and I bought recently, I remember that time I tried to make a 5-round clip. So one of those flush 5-round clips, so it doesn't look like you have any bullets in. But I bought, I think they're Dart Zone waffle darts. They're fine, they're good. They're better than Elites, and they're cheaper. And so I got back into that. I have a Big Shock. I have some of the older blasters too. I have a Maverick. I had a Knife Finder at one point, and I loved that gun, but I lost it. Or no, I broke, I think, or something. Anyway, all my other guns broke. I had Raider, Stampede. I had a what's the one? The Maverick I had the Maverick Cyclone Shock, I think it's called. Mega Blaster. I got that one used. I got a what's that called? What's that thing called? I know it starts with an M. The air powered one. The Mastid. Nope. Mega. I shot 10 darts. It was a. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. What was in the Nerf Icons series?
The Nerf Icon series is designed to bring back popular, classic Nerf blasters, often with updated designs, to celebrate Nerf's history. Key aspects of the series include celebration of Nerf's history. The series is tied to celebrating significant...
No, it's not a deploy, I can tell you right now. But Mag Strike, right? And I was looking at other guns, like... I had a Firefly at one point. I'll get to that one. But yeah, so there's... So yeah. I'm looking at other guns like a long shot. I never had one, but... No, I had a Mag Strike. I had a Hornet. Never had a Titan or a Scout, but... what else? Yeah, Hornet. And then I was looking at other videos like, Long Strike or Long Shot. The original sniper rifle. The one that like introduced clips. And then what else was there? Spectre, which I played with once. I played with a Spectre once. And I played with a Recon like one time in my life. I got this used, obviously. But yeah. I got the Recon used, but I played with Spectre once. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so that's why I don't have the stock or the scope or the barrel, but I bought one on eBay, so for I think $25 or something, $20. No, I think I paid $17 for it. So but yeah, Raider stock's pretty good for me, at least. And then I had I had a Jolt at one point, but yeah, so and then Spectre and stuff like that. And then there's a Secret Shot. No, what's that? There's like a whatever, I don't know, one shot Knife Finder like gun that came out in the Icon series. I had a Stampede. They're all good, but I'm like, hey, let me get into the good stuff. And so I found that there's a Nerf group in Quebec, so that's good because I wanted to play HVZ with people. And I also have the I had one Nerf football or Nerf thing. I have some Super Soakers, which are technically owned by Nerf. I had, what else did I have? I had a Raider, yeah, obviously. I had, yeah, and I have the, I got it used, but I have the, what's that called? What's that thing called? I have the, what's the heck that thing called? Capture flag. So, I had okay, let's go back a little bit now. I had the, Firefly, and I loved that thing so much. It was such a good blaster, but I broke it because I tried to modify it. I know how to modify now, like I know, it's super easy. It's just that back in the day, I don't know if I knew what I was doing, because I modified one blaster, like, well, or me and my brother modified the, Maverick, and then I modified my Big Shock, and I did, I think, either my Jolt, or, I know I modified at least 2 blasters in my day. So, the Big Shock and something else. Oh, yeah, this, right here, the Recon. Yeah. I have the Raider, a Raider spring in there, yeah. And so I think I'm going to probably try and find like a Knife Finder stock and put a stock. Knife Finder, what's that thing called? Knife Finder, spring. And put it into my, Firefly when I get it. Because I bought one on eBay, right? I cannot wait for that blaster to come because that's like one of my favorite blasters. That is my favorite blaster ever. I love the feel. I love the shoot. I love the glow-in-the-dark about it. I could probably paint it glow-in-the-dark. Oh, so cool. Like, I love it. I just love the glow-in-the-dark paint, but I just love the, does this fit in here? Let's see. Yeah, baby. It fits in the little secret compartment. Anyway, what I was going to say was, like, I love that blaster with a passion. I think that blaster is amazing. It's so good. It was powerful at the time. It was one of the higher end ones. It didn't hit necessarily chronograph like readings. It didn't go FPS of elite per se, but it definitely was Ay. I'm so kind of mad that I got rid of my, I had to get rid of my, because it broke or I broke and couldn't fix my, radar drum, but anyway. Yeah, but it was definitely a better blaster. Instead of shooting, 10 feet, 15 feet, I shot 15, 20 feet. So it was better, and apparently with the, Night Finder spring in it, if I asked around and nobody knows what you can actually put inside there. Like, there's, Nerf Haven posts about it, there's videos about it. What are they gonna say? It's like, because I asked them around. And so, at least for me, I'm like, okay, what are they gonna say? Yeah. So I don't know what to do with it, but yeah, I'm gonna try and maybe do that. I don't know, because when you have the Night Finder spring inside there, apparently goes pretty far. Like, it's pretty good. So, at least for me, I feel like it's kind of just, it's gonna be great. It's just gonna be nostalgic for me, because I have nothing. Because for a loadout, right? I have nothing. I have nothing. You know what gun I keep seeing everywhere? Because I have no elite or newer primary, none. I'm like, this is annoying, because it is. Nothing. Dick Wick. Anyway, so sorry. What I was saying? Yeah. So I don't have it, but gun. I keep seeing the Rapid Strike. The fully automatic one, the first fully automatic flywheel blaster. That was I'm like, ugh. I keep seeing it at my local. I've seen it 2 or 3 times at my local thrift shops. I'm like, thrift shops, and I'm like, you suck. Why don't you just buy it? Like me, I'm talking to myself. Like, why don't you buy it? I'm gonna buy it the next time I see it, 100%. So for me, I'm just like, ugh, I don't know, but anyway, what's it called? So yeah, at least in my opinion, I need a better blaster than that. But this is a pretty good one. The Recon. People are saying, dude, the Recon and the Firefly, we've come way further than that. And I'm like, yeah, I guess, but for me at least, it is definitely not great, but not terrible. I don't know. I love it. So for me, I don't really care. I want it because it's such a nostalgic blaster for me. But anyway, so yeah, in my opinion, that's Nerf. I love Nerf. I was looking for HVZ because I was asking around. I'm like, what are the rules for HVZ? Because I know Humans versus Zombies. HVZ Humans versus Zombies has I basically guessed that it was, and I guessed fairly correct because it's not super hard to figure out that there are zombies, there are humans. There's a number of zombies. There's a certain number of zombies, a certain number of humans. The zombies have to tag the humans have to shoot the zombies. Things that I didn't know. There's an original zombie. There's a core zombie that stays a zombie and has to be killed. Either he's a special zombie that has to be killed in a certain way, or he's a zombie that he's a zombie that you have to kill it to kill everybody, to win. And then the other thing I didn't know was there are other objectives or missions you have to do to complete, and you can depending on how you want to do it, you can complete the missions to be able to complete the missions to be able to you can complete the missions to win, right? So you don't have to kill everybody. Sometimes it'll last days, but from what I was reading, it was it can be days and days and days and days and days and days and days. But yeah, what were they gonna say? Yeah, so that's it. Humans or zombies. So I made posts everywhere, and I'm like, oh, I got humans or zombies. You want to play humans or zombies? Play humans or zombies with me. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. But anyway, what were they gonna say? Yeah. So personally, in my opinion, I'm probably gonna try and get that going, because maybe there's a Nerf scene, but they don't want to play humans versus zombies. I don't know. I just couldn't find a humans versus zombies place to play it. They should probably play it at McGill or at Concordia or something like that, but no, they don't really care. There's 2 or 3. I think there's 3. I know there's 3. I was gonna say 3 English universities. There are 3 English universities. They're not 3. Sorry. Colleges. No, sorry. Universities. There are 3. I know there are 3 English colleges. 3 English CJEPs, which is John Abbott, Vanier, and Dawson. Anyway, and I know there's at least 2, McGill and Concordia for English sea ships, and there's also there's a third one, I'm sure, isn't there? I know I'm missing one. I know there's a whole bunch of like French ones, like Montmorency, Université de Montréal, Université de Quebec, Université de Laval, Polytechnique, all that stuff. But yeah, anyway, those campuses, because I know McGill has, get this, they got a Quidditch team. That's funny as heck. But yeah, they got a Quidditch team, and so I'm thinking, oh, should they have an HVD team or club or something? Because that's what you do it. You do it at universities. We started by, what was it, 3 people in a university? So, right? 3 people in university, so yeah. Hey, it's great stuff. I knew everybody I know who plays it, Coops, or played Coop 772, Lord Drac, Bobodolo, Chicken, the other guy. That guy used to do, he did like the ones that are like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 air blasters, old air blasters. Anyway, he used to do one too. Wolcom S7. They all play like, so they're all good people. They were all like university students at one point playing it. So yeah, you would think that they would have one, but no. Do they have paintball and airsoft? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. Look, in my opinion, that's where you should play it. But anyway, because you need like a big location too. Because I was telling people on Wacom S7's subreddit. It's not subreddit. Discord server, asking like, hey, what's the rules? How do you play? What's a good loadout? Blah blah blah, yada yada. And they're just like, I was asking what's their favorite and all that stuff. Anyway, so for me, I was like, they were like, well, you gotta get a venue, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's a good venue. No, campus, indoors, outdoors, whatever. Obviously, like, you need a good venue. Like, you can't play in a small confined area. It doesn't work. In a house, it doesn't work. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, a church is like, my church is, or the church that I did it at, oh god, 8 years ago, was probably like just about the size that I would like consider usable before I say, okay, it's too small, too close quarters. So yeah, for me at least, I feel like you need like a big open space. Like you need like a airsoft field or a paintball field. Those are great places to go and do this kind of stuff. Look, in my opinion, well, see, let me go back to Spectre for a sec. Spectre had the worst stock ever. It was so flimsy and so terrible. The good stocks are the Thunderbow, Thunder Strike, the Super Soaker, right? That had like a lightning strike, I think it was called, or lightning shot, something like that. The Raider has a good one, and then there's one, oh gosh, what was that one called? There was one that kind of looked like the Raider, but it wasn't the Raider, and it came in red, and it came in blue, and it was like, I can picture what it looks like. I don't know but it looks very similar to that. It's more cylindrical, I think. Anyway, that's a good one, good stock. This is a good stock. The Stampede is a good stock. But that's like built onto the blaster, and so does the Firefly. That's why people would take the Firefly. Oh, the Raven's not a bad gun too. Oh, and the Alpha Trooper's a pretty good gun too. But the Recon stock isn't actually the worst. It's just not very good. I'm getting one. I bought one on eBay, but yeah, bought a set of them on eBay. The stock, the scope, and the barrel. But anyway, so for me, I'm just like, okay, cool. What were they gonna say? So yeah, what were they gonna say? Yeah, so stocks, yeah, they're okay. People use the. I even saw a guy on on Qualcomm's Discord server that was talking about how, or like showed me a picture of his like barricade, Firecade, or yeah, I think it's Firecade, Firefly barricade combo. Bearfly, Firecade, sorry. So yeah, because people do that. They just take the back of it, it's this incredibly comfortable stock and grip, and just put it into like any gun. So yeah, same way they would like put like other guns on top of like they do with Ravens or something, or they'll also put on top of like, or put the what's it called on top, the Long shot. Long shot, right? Not the long strike, right? Long strike. Long shot. So yeah. So yeah. In my opinion, it's a really good blaster. It's one of the best, in my opinion. But yeah, it's great. It's amazing. It's fantastic. Is it the perfect gun? No. Is it my favorite gun? Yes. It's like my video games, right? My favorite video game is my favorite video game is um Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, right? Sorry. But I know that it's not a great game. I know or at least I know there's problems with the game. I know there are problems with the game. Is it a perfect game? No, there are problems. But is it a good game? Oh, it's my favorite game ever. So is it a perfect gun? No, of course not. There is no perfect gun. It doesn't exist. It's like when I think he had a video maybe about 10 years ago, or maybe a little bit less. Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD. He had this whole video that was like, hey, somebody's coming in and goes, give me a perfect smartphone. And he goes, well, what do you want? And he goes, give me a smartphone, a new smartphone, perfect smartphone, whatever he said. He goes, okay. And he goes, okay, well, what do you want? And he goes, because he goes, well, what do you want? A camera, battery, screen, blah, blah, blah. He goes, oh, okay, camera. Okay, this is the one. Oh, no, but what about screen? And then he gives off like 7 different phones, or whatever, 5 or 6, 7 different phones. And he's like, there's not just one perfect one. He goes, no, it doesn't exist. It's like, gun, what do you want? Because I asked Wolcom's Discord server, okay, what, if I'm a new blaster, I'm going to say, if I'm coming back into Nerf, what's the blaster I should get? What's the brand new blaster I should get? And they're like, depends, what do you want to do, how far, how close, depends what you want to do, what's your range, how close, what ammo, what, I'm like, oh gosh. So just get into whatever I remember as being good. Like, I just remember, it was like nostalgia up the wazoo with my brother. Oh my god, we loved Nerf. We had like a good enough collection, a good enough loadout arsenal. That was like great. My loadout will be probably, if I can get it done, a Retaliator with a Firefly and maybe a Maverick, or a Retaliator and or just a Firefly, or a Retaliator and a Recon, or a Retaliator and a Firefly, or a Recon and a Firefly, or a Recon and a Maverick, or a Firefly and a Maverick, or a Recon and a Maverick. Yeah, or a Rapid Strike. Rapid Strike and a Maverick. Rapid Strike and a Maverick. Rapid Strike, So, I think one of those would work really well. I'd have maybe a Big Shock, because I could, like, throw it in a bag or something, or throw it in a dump pouch or something, or in a backpack. Because for me, I feel like I like the Recon right now. I like the Recon. But I don't think it's perfect, and I need a newer blaster, and I think I'll probably keep... What I think I'm going to do is Firefly, and I need a new blaster, so I'll go Rapid Strike. I think so. I don't see any other blasters. I've seen a Demolisher, like once or twice. But other than that, I don't care. So for me, I'm like, who? I want good, I want modern, I want, so yeah. So yeah, I'm just, in my opinion, Nerf. Well, yes, Nerf. Do I think Nerf has peaked? No. Do I think Nerf has come to like had very high moments and then come crashing down? Yeah. And Strike was great, but it was bad because a lot of the guns were reverse plunger. Like this is a reverse plunger. The Recon's a reverse plunger. Surprisingly the Firefly Firefly is a direct plunger, so it's actually really good. Other than that, like they've had good ones. They've had the Nightfinder, the Maverick, the Barricade. They've had some crap gun blasters. Sorry, you don't call them guns. You call them blasters because you don't want to be intimidating. I was shooting my guns with my bullets. No, you say I was shooting my blasters with my darts. Anyway, Spectre bad blasters like Spectre and oh my god, you had some of the worst stuff ever, like the brick barrel break. Some of these things were shit in a basket. They're so bad. They were shit in a basket, man. They were so bad. Oh man, they were all horrible. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so yeah, they like went down, and then they had like all these like, dumb blasters in the modern age that were just kind of like, this blaster shouldn't exist. There's no need for it in our hobby. Get out of here. Go home. Kind of thing, right? At least that's what I've come to the conclusion. Like, I haven't used any of these, but I've watched people like Coop and Drac and all that. You know what was a great one? I loved. Well, I thought that what's it called was a cool idea. I found one ball on a walk one time. Anyway, so I was going to my park and I found a ball. Anyway, for the rivals. But the one that I really liked because I used to use it. There are two things I liked. I liked Dart Tag. Not the original Dart Tag. The second generation, the like orangey, yellow, and black and like grayish one. You know, that was good when it became a like actual like Nerf sanctioned like events that they had. Oh, those were great. And so there was that, and then the other one that I liked was the Nerf Vortex. Woohoo! Did I love Vortex? My friend had a Vortex. I had two friends that had a Vortex, and I loved the discs because the discs would like. Pew! That's something that never got utilized as a like special blaster. It wasn't like overly like a special dart ammo type like a. Do they overly? What was the thing that Coop used to say? Do they overly? It's like it's a special thing that does anything. I don't know. No, it just was like darts. But yeah, they never smaller. Anyway, so yeah, micro darts or whatever. Yeah, so that was a really good one, and I see those every so often. I saw one like last week at my thrift store. So should have bought it. But yeah, it's not. I don't know. They're not cheap, but they're not expensive either. I see Vulcans all the time, and I see like a lot of these. I see all the crappy like dollar store Nerf like dart blasters, sticky dart blasters, and I see a bunch of the like off-brand Buzzbee and AirTech or Air Warrior, those ones, and they're not good, but they're not horrible. If you need something to look good, the old Buzzbee like shotguns looked pretty decent. The double barrel one and the original one. I had an original one, or the one that was not double barrel. Actually, that's not the original, is it? The one that had like a clip, and I hated it because I had to pick up the stupid shells. But anyway, they were fine. So yeah, some of those. Those were actually really good. I really liked those blasters. They were pretty good. The Vortex line. I never had any of the bigger ones, and I never used any of the bigger ones. I never had any, but I want to get one day. Problem is, where do you buy? I wonder where you would buy. What do you call them? Where you would buy the Vortex discs? They exist everywhere. They do break very easily, but they're bleh. They are what they are. They're fine. They are what they are.
Qualcomm S7.
Nope, not Qualcomm. Qualcomm. Like Qualcomm S7 Vortex. Tag backs Vortex stuff. Pretty damn good. So yeah, let's go back here now. So yeah. Oh boy, like that's Nerf for me. Like that's great. Like I like that stuff. So I'll pick one up maybe. I'll look at it. I don't know. They're a dime a dozen, and I know that. And thrift stores. Oh, I've also had some of the old, some of the like vintage blasters. I had like a weird vintage blaster, like a red with like a barrel that kind of like flipped out if you clicked one of the buttons. And I had a different other one too that was I had the like General Grievous, Captain Cody, I think, Commander Cody, or Clone Trooper pistols. I had some secret shots. I had the secret shot. I had the what's that little one called? Like it's blue or red or something, and like I don't know, it's like a single shot cocking spring blaster. Anyway, had jolts. What else did I have? I had the Clone Trooper like blaster thing. I don't know what it even is, but it was like a It wasn't Nerf. I know that. I had them really. I had the fake. I had a Buzzbee blaster here and there. I had a fake like I don't even know what it was. It was green and it had like these really fake clips, and they used like I think Buzzbee used like Buzzbee dart length or something. It was like slightly smaller. Anyway, so yeah, did that too. Yeah, so yeah. There are a lot of these are a dime a dozen nowadays. You can find them for like nothing. More to ship it than to buy it. So anyway, so yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so yeah. So personally, in my opinion, that's Nerf for you. I don't particularly think Nerf is dead. I don't love Nerf. I think it's kind of like, it's good. I'd love to play it with people because it's an easier. You know what I think of it? I think of it like this, okay? And you can pick whatever you want to be the second to, but think of it like cards. My local video game coins hobby and card shop explained it to me like this. Owner explained to me like this. He said there are 3 card games: Pokemon, which is always going to be popular, and every age group is going to want to play it, and everybody's going to want to use it, and everybody's going to want to, collect it because it's worth money. It's a good game. Nobody really plays it properly, but whatever, right? Anyway, then there's Yu-Gi-Oh, which is the next level up, and then which is usually between the ages of like 10 and 12, and it's like the gateway drug into like cardboard. Well, no, actually, Pokemon's the gateway drug into cardboard crack, but it is definitely the gateway into like Magic. It's like the first like, and then if you can play Magic, you play Magic. He said, if you can get your kid young in Magic, you will always, and I mean I know a kid, my friend, went to the championship in Austin for the U.S. or the North America, so it's Canada, U.S., Mexico. And he placed like 140th out of 250 or something. So he didn't do too horribly. It wasn't great, but he didn't do too. I mean, look, to even be eligible for the championship is pretty damn impressive in my opinion. But anyway, so I'm not saying it's bad, but what I'm saying is he was explaining how if you can get your kid into Magic early, he'll always be good. He'll have a thing to play. He'll have a game to play. He'll know what to do. He'll have friends. He'll have things. Yeah, it's great. Because the thing with Yu-Gi-Oh too is one thing about Yu-Gi-Oh is the difference. Well, also because there was this one incident where this guy completely didn't. Well, no, he had 600 cards or something stupid, and the thing with that is, cards don't get retired the same way other card games retire cards, where they say this card cannot be played anymore. Now it's there's a whole retired deck. There's a list of retired cards, but the thing is, 90 something stupid 90% of the cards are still playable to this day from original base set original cards, right, from the first set of cards coming. You could use a Blue Eyes White Dragon from whatever it was, 1993, whatever, 7, whatever it was, and you can still use stuff like that today. Exodias, Kashiba, whatever that puffy brown thing was. What's the other one? Harpy Sisters or Harpy Lady. Knight, Dark Knight, Magic Knight, Dark Knight, Magic Knight, whatever that one's called. The Magic Wizard, Magician, Dark Magician. You can use all those cards. You can use the T-Rexes and the stuff that Joey used and all that stuff. But yeah, so he took him a bajillion years to shop. No, it's because, and the reason they stopped that, because there was no limit to cards, right? That's the thing. There's no limit to the number of cards you can have in a deck. There wasn't a limit. Now there is, but that's because in a tournament they took not even joking 5-10 minutes to shuffle this damn deck, and the game took forever to finish. We're no, we're at cap, and it's I'm not thinking it's 60. I think now. I think all 3 are 60. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic. because I just made it like a general generic like nope 60. So anyway, so yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now, guys. If you want to get in touch with me, there's the what's it called? There's the email tacoimposters@gmail.com. That's tacoimposters@gmail.com. There's the 2 Discords, and then if you want to support me, there's the Patreon. That's patreon.com/wingwong. That's patreon.com/wingwong. There's my music and my Etsy store. If you want to buy my music or stream it, there's my Etsy store, and then there's my website for 360 virtual tours. So I think it's whoopsies. I think it's gonna be it for now, guys. So adios, mi amigos.